Ever feel like your personal information is just floating out there in the digital ether, vulnerable to anyone who wants to grab it? Like it's not really yours anymore? Especially after hearing about huge data breaches? Well, you're not alone. And today, we're diving deep into one specific company that handles a lot of our data, Equifax. The question on everyone's mind: how secure is my data with Equifax? Think about it. Your credit history, your social security number, your address, your employment history, all of this incredibly sensitive information is held by credit reporting agencies like Equifax. They're a crucial part of the financial system, used by lenders, landlords, and even potential employers to assess your creditworthiness. But with great power comes great responsibility, and unfortunately, Equifax has a history that makes many people understandably nervous. Let's rewind to 2017. If you were alive and paying attention to the news, you probably remember the massive Equifax data breach. It was one of the largest and most impactful breaches in history, affecting nearly 148 million people in the US, Canada, and the UK. To put that into perspective, that's almost half the population of the United States at the time. So, what exactly happened? Hackers exploited a known vulnerability in Equifax's systems. This wasn't some sophisticated zero-day attack, it was a known weakness that Equifax simply hadn't patched. This is a crucial point. It wasn't just that they were breached, but that they were breached due to a preventable error. The hackers had access to names, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, driver's license numbers, and even credit card numbers for some individuals. The fallout was immense. People were left scrambling to protect themselves from identity theft, facing years of potential financial and emotional distress. The breach had serious consequences for Equifax too. They faced numerous lawsuits, regulatory investigations, and a significant loss of public trust. They were ultimately fined hundreds of millions of dollars by the Federal Trade Commission and other regulatory bodies. This wasn't just a slap on the wrist, it was a significant financial penalty. Now, fast forward to today. Have things changed? Has Equifax learned from its mistakes? That's the core of what we're exploring today. In the aftermath of the breach, Equifax made some significant changes. They invested heavily in cybersecurity infrastructure and implemented new security protocols. They also appointed a new CEO and made changes to their leadership team. They've publicly emphasized their commitment to data security and have taken steps to improve transparency. One of the key changes was a focus on patching vulnerabilities promptly. Remember, the 2017 breach was caused by a known vulnerability that wasn't patched. Equifax has since implemented more robust vulnerability management systems to identify and address security flaws quickly. They've also invested in security monitoring and threat detection technologies to identify and respond to potential attacks in real time. Another important step was improving their data encryption practices. Encryption scrambles data, making it unreadable to unauthorized individuals. Strong encryption is a crucial defense against data breaches. Equifax has implemented stronger encryption methods to protect sensitive data both in transit and at rest. They've also made efforts to improve consumer education and offer more tools to help individuals protect their credit. They offer free credit reports and credit monitoring services, and they've made it easier for consumers to place security freezes on their credit files. A security freeze restricts access to your credit report, making it harder for identity thieves to open new accounts in your name. But despite these changes, the question remains, is it enough? Has Equifax truly become a secure custodian of our data? It's important to be realistic. No system is completely impenetrable. Even with the best security measures in place, there's always a risk of a data breach. Hackers are constantly evolving their tactics, and companies must continuously adapt to stay ahead of the curve. However, it's also important to acknowledge the improvements Equifax has made. They have invested significant resources in cybersecurity, and they have implemented more robust security practices. They are under greater regulatory scrutiny than ever before, which provides an additional incentive to maintain high security standards. So, what can you do to protect yourself? First, be proactive. Regularly monitor your credit reports from all three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You can get free credit reports annually at annualcreditreport.com. Look for any unauthorized activity, such as new accounts you didn't open or incorrect information. Second, consider placing a security freeze on your credit files. This is one of the most effective ways to prevent identity theft. A security freeze makes it much harder for thieves to open new accounts in your name. Third, be vigilant about your online security practices. Use strong passwords, be cautious about clicking on suspicious links or attachments, and keep your software updated. Fourth, sign up for credit monitoring services. These services can alert you to changes in your credit report, such as new accounts or inquiries. While Equifax offers some free monitoring, there are also other reputable third-party services available. Fifth, be aware of phishing scams. Phishing emails or text messages attempt to trick you into revealing personal information, such as your social security number or credit card numbers. Be suspicious of any unsolicited requests for personal information, and never click on links in suspicious emails or text messages. It's also worth noting that the regulatory landscape has changed since the 2017 breach. There's now increased regulatory focus on data security and privacy, and companies are facing stricter penalties for data breaches. This increased scrutiny provides an additional incentive for companies like Equifax to prioritize data security. Ultimately, the security of your data with Equifax, or any other company for that matter, is an ongoing process. It's a constant battle between those trying to protect data and those trying to steal it. While Equifax has taken steps to improve its security posture, it's crucial to remain vigilant and take proactive steps to protect yourself. The 2017 breach was a wake-up call, not just for Equifax, but for the entire industry. It highlighted the importance of robust cybersecurity practices and the potential consequences of failing to protect sensitive data. While the past cannot be changed, the future can be shaped by learning from past mistakes and continuously improving security measures. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.